so today we're doing Evaluation 7 Part 3. This is our analysis of our final cut. We're just going to run you through what we changed and why we did it.
Right, well first of all, as I said in the last video, we changed from Warner Bros to our own actual logo. That's the logo there, as you can see. We thought it looked a lot more professional. It just started the film with a better atmosphere.
Alright, yeah, so instead of having... Actually, I'll play it there. Alright, who chose the song for that? How was that, Ben?
We chose this house sort of music. Obviously it links to the audience we're aiming at. We're aiming for high teens, maybe low 20s. We wanted this type of music to reflect the type of character Ryan was. And obviously that's the sort of music you listen to.
And the slices change between scenes as well.
Oh yeah, and there's a big contrast between both the filter and the music in this scene compared to the other one.
Yeah, so really shows what we're coming from.
And the font actually matches the colour scheme of the titles at the end as well, so...
Obviously on this one as well, you can see that we've added our actual title sequence on the bottom. In our first cut we didn't have that, so it's quite good to have that in there.
Yeah.
That's true.
So in order to make my performance a bit more believable, we actually implemented the use of sweat spray, didn't we, Bill?
We did.
We used that, and we think that just makes it, because obviously my character is exercising, so you expect to see sweat. So yeah, that actually makes the performance a bit better there. Yeah, shots like that as tying up the laces, I think Ben wanted to get a few more of them in to increase our range of shots in our thriller, because what we found from the rough cut was that our range of shots wasn't actually as wide as it should have been, so most of our shots were like close-ups and then establishing shots, so extreme close-ups and stuff like that, me tying my laces and other things worked quite well there.
As well with the use of sound effects over to enhance the sound of the door shutting a bit more aggressively than it actually was.
Yeah.
We put a sound effect on this bit to make it sound like a radio. Obviously no music was actually playing in the car, but that just, we managed to follow continuity and parallelity.
It links with the previous scene, which was quite good.
Right, so this is actually a completely different person, completely different car, completely different location, because we didn't actually manage to get that shot due to other problems. So it was quite hard to do that. Obviously it had to be really close up so you can't see much. That's actually my brother pushing that button where it's meant to be Chris completely somewhere else, so that was a big problem.
And that's also another instance. That's also another instance where we use sound manipulation. So.
Here you can see the change in the music straight away from the sound, from the house music straight off to that dark, sinister, quite eerie music.
Ben, just going back to this shot here, that shot there, you were going to use a transition there, weren't you?
Yeah, we were going to use a thing where we use a tree to sort of wipe away into a new shot.
Yeah.
I actually constructed it, but then we thought it
didn't really work as well.
It didn't look very professional, it looked quite needed.
Yeah. It's something we could implement in other media projects.
And then this is when our other soundtrack starts.
With a bit where Chris is in the car, for some of the clips we actually had to flip them just so it's not breaking the 180-degree rule. So that was one way how we got over obstacles to make it look a bit more believable.
Here as well, on the shots to come in a second, there's a few more shots of the surrounding, like I said in the previous one again, to just get a better idea of where we are situated.
Yeah, we had to reshoot that a few times. Added that in, you enhanced the sound of the clip gun into the gun
Yeah.
again. Because what we found is with the camera, it actually struggles to pick up some sound. So when it came to post-production, editing sound, adding in extra sound effects was actually used in order to enhance those sounds.
That was always a problem because
Yeah.
we've only got a camera, we haven't got any microphone or anything. And when you're filming outside, obviously
yeah.
that's going to be hard. We were just lucky there wasn't any wind or
Yeah.
anything. Just to make sure that the clip is actually running at a fast pace, we kept each shot about 2 to 4 seconds. We wanted it to be fast paced because we had a lot of footage put in, and obviously if it's at this sort of pace, it puts you on the edge of your seat really.
And as well there you can see where we've added a darker filter than it actually was. So it just, again, just makes that dark, eerie feeling to it.
Yeah, because that's what we like for. Close-ups of Chris's face and builds to show expression there.
Shows a relationship between us as well.
Yeah.
Obviously it shows that we're not friends or anything.
Not smile.
That's a shot
Yeah.
implemented because Caitlin's bit we had to cut
Cut
out.
that out because of the continuity error that it actually imposed.
Luckily that was taken, and luckily it was just before we took all Caitlin's shots, so there was a lot more light.
Yeah.
You can see the car light on. We tried to cut that out as much as we can through the use of the black bars either side.
Letterbox effect.
Letterbox effects. That was an effect we put on. Obviously most films have that, and it just makes it look professional really.
Yeah, and we never actually show what's in the boot. What we expect the audience to know from our teaser trailer, that's actually Caitlin that's in the boot. We couldn't use her because of issues getting her out to the location because we were filming in quite a remote area, and it was quite hard to get to, so obviously we understood that she couldn't make it. So we just used I think it's called a MacGuffin, where the audience, it's up to the audience what's actually in the boot or whether they want to believe it or not. More establishing shots of there. That's what to say about that shot. That shot was quite good.
For that shot, to make it look stable, obviously we didn't have anything like a dolly to run beside Ryan with, so obviously to capture him running and tracking him, that's going to be hard because when you're running it's hard to put a stabiliser on because that would just look weird. So in the end I actually was in the car driving alongside him, holding the camera out the window.
Yeah, that was actually quite a fun shot to get.
And obviously it was a little bit unstable, but a stabiliser could fix that
Yeah.
because it wasn't too much.
That shot there in the foreground and background, you see both actors there. There, that's another instance. This is another instance of sound manipulation here. What effect was that you put over it?
Earthquake.
Yeah,
just
that's
to shake the
pretty
screen. It goes with, I believe it's called a sting. Is where it
Yeah, with
builds
all
up
the
to it.
pictures, yeah.
Yeah, where everything builds up. Obviously, highly dramatic. The most
Yeah.
dramatic part, not
It is
it.
actually, yeah.
So putting these things on it emphasises it, because obviously the acting isn't. The acting, we're not professionals, so it's, we need to put these effects on to still give that thriller feel to it.
Yeah. Another instance, yeah, there is. And there again, that's an action match there, I believe.
Yeah.
Following firing the gun. Yeah, with these chase scenes, we wanted the cuts to be quite quick, make the shots quite short as well, because obviously you're being chased and the shots will reflect that.
There was a lot we could do with these. We tried to be creative, as
Yeah.
you can see coming up. We put, we really varied the shots, like from different angles, from different
Highlights,
heights on the ground, because there was a lot we could do with that. So
Yeah.
we wanted to knock it.
Yeah.
Here as well, it's this is the ending. What we like in the first one, we had out. We had a completely different ending. What we was going to go by. But on this one, we couldn't actually, due to circumstances, get another car out to film it. So we needed to completely shift our entire ending of the beginning of the film. So we just come along with a different idea. What we thought all worked actually a bit better.
Yeah.
Quite a few times we were a bit too ambitious, so we constantly had to
Face problems.
swap and change and overcome problems. Like obviously if we did bring a car, we were going to have Ryan in the foreground, headlights come in the background to show us sort of silhouette bigger, but it's too much.
Yeah,
I feel
like,
with the ending of this as well, it adds more tension to the scene.
Yeah.
It's a cliffhanger ending. We went for a cliffhanger ending.
it's like another MacGuffin really,
Yeah.
like you don't know who shot it
Yeah.
really, and it just
It
follows.
leaves the person guessing really.
And if we did go on to make a film, we could really follow on with that.
From that, yeah. And we found that like, throughout the entire shooting process, the most inconvenient thing was the location and actually getting people out there with 2 cars, because obviously we don't all drive, we literally just turned 17. So we had to, and many times we actually had to work around that, so
Yeah, and things with like work as well.
yeah, that's
it's
another
just,
thing.
it's just another thing.
Finding time to
Yeah.
just film.
Yeah.
And then that's the ending there.
Yeah, well, we changed the colour of the writing as well from
Yeah.
white to red to match with our title sequence at the beginning and the connotations of red as well.
Matches with the poster as well.
Yeah.
That was always going to be our ending. Nice, simple, bold.
Yeah.
Letting viewers
Simple, effective.
know what the title of the thing is.
Yeah. That is it, isn't it? That's all the sound there. It's the school ends.
Just that straight one.
Throughout this experience, I've learned a lot through filming. One main thing we learned is continuity errors, which has actually played quite a vital part in this.
Yeah.
But like with the Caden thing, we said that poses quite a big problem because we couldn't, for a bit, we couldn't actually think of a way to try and get that shot, because we obviously couldn't get her out. So, luckily Ben did think of something that worked, but obviously we didn't need that extra aggravation of what we had.
We learned from shooting the preliminary that we had to take more shots than we needed, and obviously that paid off later in with the car scene where
Yeah,
we took that
definitely.
extra shot and then we could add it in without the hassle of having to reshoot.
Mm.
Yeah.